Over the last 15 years, SELCO Foundation has worked at the intersection of sustainable energy and social development, with a focus on enabling reliable access to energy for underserved communities and institutions. What began as an effort to address energy poverty has gradually evolved into a larger mission of how decentralized, sustainable solutions can strengthen public systems, improve livelihoods, and enhance the quality of life for vulnerable communities. Across sectors such as healthcare, livelihoods, education, and climate resilience, we have learned that technology alone is never the solution. Real impact comes from deeply understanding local contexts, listening to communities, and co creating solutions alongside governments and grassroots institutions. With an ecosystem approach, we bring together governments, bankers, technology partners, all stakeholders who can support the communities in strengthening.
Today, we are deeply honored by the gracious presence of our Honorable Deputy Commissioner, Deputy Chief Minister, excuse me, sir, yeah, and other team of elected members who have taken out their time to be in our midst this morning. Sir, your presence shows your concern, and your presence means a lot to all of us. I also like to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Harish Hande, who came all the way from the south to be in our midst this morning. We honor your love and care for the state of Nagaland, sir. And I would like to thank the foundation, the SELCO Foundation, for supporting to the state of Nagaland, particularly to the health department. So once again, welcome to sir, Dr. Harish. I would also like to extend my sincere appreciation to all the district administration led by deputy commissioners, administrative officers from different district of Nagaland, health officials, partner departments, NGOs who have joined us today. Your support, your coordination, and continued commitment are extremely valuable in taking this initiative forward and to reach to the grassroots level. For the kind information of all the members present here, I would like to mention that SELCO Foundation, in partnership with the Department of Health and Family Welfare, has supported in solar powering 325 health facilities across all the district. This is indeed a significant contribution towards strengthening healthcare services, particularly in remote and hard to reach areas of the state. On behalf of the department, I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank SELCO Foundation for its continued support, commitment, and partnership with the with the government of Nagaland.
Place in the northeast, this would look very similar, that there are multiple houses, and when you zoom in further, you will see solar panels on the rooftops of different houses. And when you zoom in further, what you will see is different types of businesses that are being run by local people that are actually staying in these states. So the idea is, how do we actually look at promoting puffed rice making, whatever local snacks, eateries, businesses that are carried on by people, where solar becomes one of the aspects from a development lens, right? The idea for us is, how do we actually increase the incomes of people in Nagaland, in Kohima, in Dimapur, in the rural parts of Nagaland, and how do we actually make sure that there is innovation both from a perspective of healthcare and livelihoods. So I'll just briefly touch upon what we have done so far. So this meeting is to sort of discuss on the aspects or implementation of the health work that we have done, where the idea was to look at solar powering of the health facilities. But the idea behind that was to say, how do we actually democratize healthcare for the rural person that is based out of Mon district, for example, right? So if, let's say, if there are thousands of health services that are actually required by individuals, if we are able to take those services to the doorstep of people, to the nearest facility, so that they don't have to travel to Dimapur, to Kohima to get those facilities, so that their operational expenses of travel will go down. So the idea of solar powering is to make it reliable, so that they are able to access all the health services in their local nearby centers. And with the health work almost being done now, the idea is to actually say, what do we do in livelihoods to increase the occupations, the diversity of occupations that are currently there in Nagaland? How do we actually take the incomes of SHGs, of the FPOs, of the farmers that are actually working, they are doing the hard work. It's just about how do we actually look at the program design to increase their incomes. So just wanted to focus on what are the end user segments that we are looking at. And if you this is a call for ideation and partnership. The idea is, if we are able to get different types of ideas for these end user segments. So the first end user segment is the farmers. So if there are any ideas on how do we actually increase the incomes of farmers, we would like to collaborate on that. What we basically, I'll cover it in the next half of the session after the tea break, on how do we approach value chains from a livelihood perspective as well as health perspective. But this is just overall understanding of what are the different programs that we look at. So the first segment is the farmers. The second one is the micro businesses. So there are a lot of butcher shops. Yesterday I visited the Mao market. There are so many opportunities we can look at to increase the incomes of people, increase the diversity of the products that they are selling, and also look at a value addition aspect in terms of processing, or taking it to exporting it to different parts of the country as well as the world. The third aspect is the artisans. So there are so many different products that are being made by the people of Nagaland. How do we actually with AI into picture, with all people getting access to starting their own websites with their own social media channels, how do we actually make sure that we are reaching to more artisans and implementing, whether it is a loan, whether it is a technology, whether it is solar, whether it is a training, we would like to collaborate on these aspects. And the fourth and the most important one is the persons with disabilities. So till now we have looked at as an end user segment from a very subsidy lens. The idea is, can all these four end user segments become entrepreneurs, right? Where either it is a link to an FPO, either it is they are individually running it. But how do we actually make sure that whatever their aspiration is, right? Some people don't want to create a D2C business. They are okay with B2B or like that. So depending on the aspirations of the end users, how are we able to support them in creating a climate resilient Nagaland? So I would like to stop with this.
Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Shri TR Zeliang, Dr. Harish Hande, Madam S. Tainu, Dr. Merenindla Senlem, Principal Director, and Dr. Theo, MD NHM, to kindly join us on the stage for the launch of the Energy for Health Coffee Table book. We request the dignitaries to kindly unveil the book and join us for a photograph. May I also request Rosaline to please join the dignitaries. Thank you to all the dignitaries.
On behalf of the Government of Nagaland, extend our grateful thanks to SELCO Foundation for choosing Nagaland to be one of the partners to work together. And we are also thankful to this SELCO Foundation that they have conceptualized to start their mission with the healthcare. And we, along with this healthcare department and other along with other department like agri and allied sector. Today, I'm privileged to stand before you to witness a sustainable partnership with SELCO Foundation, a strong proponent of inclusive development through clean, sustainable energy. The significance of sustainable energy cannot come at a better time than at present juncture when we are witnessing the pains of our dependence on fossil fuel owing to the ongoing energy crisis in the world. I'm confident that today's interfacing and related activities will open avenues for mutual benefit between the state and the SELCO Foundation. Nagaland is at a nascent stage in many areas, despite the state scheduled to celebrate its 64th statehood day this year. Amongst the major challenges facing the state due to its rugged terrain, overall lack of connectivity, the power and energy sector has always been a major concern. Nagaland power sector faces an increasing annual revenue deficit of approximately 300 crore because we purchase power from other state and our revenue collection is less than the power that we have purchased from other state. So the deficit come to always around 300 to 350 crore annually. So this, see, the problem is massive for the state of Nagaland. See, I mentioned that it's around 300 crore is a very big amount for a small state like Nagaland. A state heavy dependency on energy imports can be decreased by looking towards a more sustainable energy in many remote areas in Nagaland. Uninterrupted power supply is not just a matter of convenience, but a necessity, especially for primary health centers, as you have already shown us in your PowerPoint presentation, and essential public services. In this regard, the Energy for Health initiative being implemented by SELCO Foundation in collaboration with the Department of Health and Family Welfare, Government of Nagaland is a commendable effort. The solar power intervention implemented across various health facilities have demonstrated how sustainable energy solution can strengthen healthcare delivery, particularly in remote areas. We are surprised to see that within the span of 3-4 years, they have covered 325 healthcare unit, primary healthcare unit. That is amazing and it is commendable job that they have done. And the success story that we could see through this PowerPoint presentation, I think that's a good beginning. Only in health sector. Let's hope that in other areas like agri and the like sector also will chip in to move forward with the growth of the economic growth of the rural people in our state. That is our hope and belief that by partnering with this SELCO Foundation, we'll be able to move forward on the even on the economic growth. I also understand that these initiatives are not only limited to health sector, but also exploring opportunities in livelihood and community development. This is encouraging because sustainable development requires convergence across departments and institutions. Today's programs itself reflects the importance of such collaboration, bringing together health officials, administ- district administration, development department, NGOs, and other partners on one platform. I would especially like to acknowledge the role played by the health department officials in supporting this initiative at a grassroots level and ensuring coordination and support for such intervention. I encourage all departments and partner organizations present here today to continue working with spirit of cooperation and innovation. Development challenges today cannot be addressed in silos, whether it is healthcare, livelihood, agriculture, women empowerment, or rural development. Integrated approach and partnerships are essential. My sincere appreciation to SELCO Foundation and its team from across the Northeast region for their commitment and continued engagement with the state. Public-private partnership is key to creating a meaningful and lasting impact when implemented with community participation and keeping long-term sustainability in mind. Once again, I hope that today's discussion and interaction will lead to stronger collaboration, new ideas, and practical solutions that will benefit our people, especially those living in remote and vulnerable areas like Mon Tunshan, the border to this Myanmar. We have discussed a lot last evening with the team leaders of this SELCO Foundation that I think sharing your knowledge that they want to create this Nagaland, one of the knowledge center. I think that is one big dream for the people because not only material benefit but knowledge center to create knowledge center is also another important chapter because today's situation that that technology or knowledge is very important and that they are going to share their knowledge to our people. So one book I have read that is very interesting that is in the cover, the title of the book is that live full and die empty. So by looking at the cover, I was shocked. What is meant by live full and die empty? That if you go through the book, the meaning is that you share your knowledge with your fellow people. Whatever you know, you share with the people. And don't keep anything inside. So that on the day you die empty. Whatever you have knowledge accrued throughout your life that you have already shared with the people. Because there are so many legendary figures who could not share their knowledge with the people and die. So it is mentioned in the book that there are so many books lying in the graveyard without sharing with the people. So today, from different parts of the country, different parts of our Northeast region, led by leader, this SELCO Foundation, I think coming to share their knowledge and coming to create knowledge center is a great thing for the people. I feel that way. And once again, I thank you for coming all the way from different parts of the world and sharing your knowledge with our people. And you have already started the mission. And I wish that your mission will continue along with our people, partnering with our people, and that the dream. Let's hope that the dream that you have already explained to us will be translated into a reality. With these words, my best wishes for the success of this program and for continued partnership between the government of Nagaland and the SELCO Foundation. With these few words, once again, I thank you all. May God bless all of you. Thank you, Koknalim, and God bless.